Abusia eye ye nua be ma ye papa eye Ibrahim Tuari a ye the Burkina Faso president abusia e kama say since ofo banwa no eye attempt bebre eba no so because the imperialist no pese omo take over na omo resource no mo no mo fa ni free to say omo fa no papa pay o put these resources into use now we na one of the ministers ni bi Ibrahim Tuari wo aban mu no.
How can a power say, or in a report, claim that satellites saw the FDS commit mass assassinations, satellites that see FDS committing mass assassinations, and the same satellites are unable to see terrorists organizing to go attack? Your satellites, are they binary or what?
Edia tudwa prove abrofo say democracy no more pressure chinchina Burkina Faso and come back to democracy no omo the system of democracy na dey o prove a chiro mu say democracy na be ma man ayeden ayeye nemum ye ko bi e kan leader odi ni nyansa be chichiro man na ayeden aye no wa chire mu say ever since about 25 years ago papa we e ma ye no Ibrahim Tuari ma na Burkina practice democracy, but what did they gain from the democracy no mo practice you know they gain nothing. Into prove a chira bro say democracy no emfaso bi anyeden eni so na do mo ye no e na ye papa.
There are strategic plans to assassinate our leaders that are underway. And when I speak of strategic plans to assassinate leaders, I need to be precise so that my words can be understood. From the moment we talk about democracy, it is said that the AES countries must return to democracy. They must return to holding elections. What kind of democracy are we talking about? That question mark deserves to be raised, considering that from the 1960s to 2022, if I take the case of Burkina Faso, we have been governed by so-called Democrats who were brought in and installed by people sitting on the other side of the ocean. Yes. What has been the impact on the ground? Let me give a few examples. From 2022, that means from 1960 to 2022, that's 62 years. Compared to 2022 up to 2026, that's 4 years. In 4 years, here is what has been accomplished. When the call was made to the Burkinabe people to face the current situation in 2022, as I speak to you now, the people have reached into their own pockets and contributed 541.2 billion.
Wow.
The people who are said to be suffering have contributed 541.2 billion to deal with the current situation. That has never happened in our country before. So, when we talk about a suffering people, which people are we talking about? Second example I'll give, in the health sector. Even though we are in crisis at war, like our brother countries Niger and Mali, a decision was made. When you had kidney problems and needed treatment, you had to pay a deposit of 500,000.
Wow.
The head of state issued a decree and this 500,000 deposit was abolished. Isn't that a human right? Through the defense of human rights. Second example, at the community level. During a time of crisis, we funded 15 mobile clinics for all the regions of our country. People no longer have to travel to Ouagadougou for treatment during emergencies. In every region, there is a fully equipped clinic on site. There is no greater defense of human rights than that. A third example I will give is at the level of universal health insurance. This allows people, including those in the informal sector, to contribute 4,000 francs per year. And no matter which healthcare facility you go to, you are taken care of. Why, from 1960 until 2022, was this not done? Another example I will give. When we look at CT scans, if you have an accident right away and go to the hospital, you could die because they can't do a scan. The cost has been reduced from 50,000 to 25,000. That's a 50% reduction during wartime. But from 1960 to 2022, this was never done. Let me take, how should I put it, we have just launched the recruitment called Operation 1,000 times 5. 1,000 times 5 means that each year we will recruit 1,000 specialist doctors over 5 years. Wow. From 1960 to 2022, those who established their democracy. There, this was never done. Let me give another example. We have just opened the hospital, the largest hospital in our country on July 29, 2025, in Abobo Dulazo, in cooperation with China. And I tell you, Your Excellency, that in our country, since 1960, it was on July 29, 2025, in Tengango, that there was a first operation allowing for a kidney transplant in our country.
Wow.
When someone was sick, they would take a plane. It was on the other side that they would go to have it done. It's being done in Burkina, in a country that is at war. Another example I would add, there has been the construction of 920 CSPS from 2022 to 2026 in a country that is at war. On December 21st, 2025, or even up to what we have just observed, we took stock, and it amounts to this. 38 newly built health centers. In a country at war, I could name others as well. People say, but what are human rights? It's the right to life, isn't it? What I just mentioned is to allow people to live and be in good health. Another aspect is the issue of food. You can't ask someone to be healthy if they don't eat properly. From 1960 to 2022, nothing was done. From 2022 to 2026, despite the fact that we are at war, there has been mechanization and agricultural inputs. That means just for 2025, the state invested 104 billion CFA francs in agricultural mechanization and inputs. And what result did we get? That means 104 billion, which is more than in 2024 when we spent 77 billion. Wow. And that allowed us to reach 67,000 tons of cereals to feed the population. That's not it. The defense of human rights. I'll take another example regarding the development of lowlands. The development of lowlands to allow farmers, that is peasants, to be able to take care of them. We went from 5,000 hectares. Since the 1960s up to today, we have gone from 5,000 to 25,000 hectares.
I will say this is massive achievement by Ibrahim Traoré. And Yama Wajen within a little space of time. From 2022 to 2025, 2026, I was now wait. There's still a course they should return back to Democrat because this time around some cophobia ain't benefit because the benefit they used to get from Burkina Faso without developing the area now we buy they are not getting that, and this man is using all the resources that they have to develop the nation, to better the people, to better the life of the people. And then this still almost say human right abuse or human right abuse where, and you get this media, the Western media propagating like force you say way now then because too much seriously, because if you look at the achievement,
how can a power say or in a report claim that satellites saw the FDS commit mass assassinations, satellites that see FDS committing mass assassinations, and the same satellites are unable to see terrorists organizing to go attack? Your satellites, are they binary or what? So they watch by choice. So your satellites, when it's your people, your men, we see nothing. So there's still a problem. So I'll take the case of Gaddafi. It was exactly the same narrative that was used against Gaddafi.
Papa ni question woman. Wachre enema since 1960. Ebedi the year 2022 a year Ibrahim Traoré F4 abenwa no enema no more lucky. Now within some shortest possible time, Ibrahim Traoré from 2022 to 2025 2026 and now for us just almost saying there's a satellite showing you say Ibrahim Traoré human right abuse or abusing for citizens if the satellite could show this thing, I don't know satellite no one show say a man for poverty a common di woman satellite name but satellite who only the human right abuse and one link this to. But what you call it, Libya, Gaddafi. These are some of the things. Once a year African leader be have sorry, so Africa be better nations. No, now these people want to clean off. They did this to Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah. Your friend is saying, Kenya president. Just Nkofu this time around, no, Ibrahim Traoré. The same thing they did to Gaddafi, Libya. Say Gaddafi was abusing human rights, and then two Gaddafi. So Libya, ayo my papa. Go and look at Libya right now. Libya is nothing to write home about. Them for support Emma Ibrahim Traoré no more Emma Burkina in developing Burkina develop here. There were a lot of Burkina based and Ghana almost because of the they couldn't stay in their country. They came to Ghana just to hustle. But because of this, they are returning back because now their country is being drawn on the map. Their country is now having this fame that the new leader now Wabano or you brutal. some of the things that west no e dey here na yen so before na yen nwinti na age atum se nipa na yare papa kra yes because some few people want to have some benefit at the expense of the masses sign the idea Dr. Kwame Nkrumah you to the Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Ghana enya baby mfa ne so se cry dey emmo ebusia and na suppose the message so subscribe comment to be like now what do you make of this video ebusia fa comment to comment section so until we meet again makramo